Good evening, everybody. Sorry for being a bit late today. Oh, how are you doing? Baby Fran did not want to go to sleep, so I went and got her to bed, and then I went downstairs and scoffed my dinner, like, so quick. I literally have indigestion. So, like, fortunately, Mr. Fran had cooked dinner for me, so it didn't take too long to quickly sort it out. But anyway, here I am with you now. Miss Killy's looking at me because I haven't left the door open wide enough for her to get out. Excuse me a minute. Oh dear, Miss Killy. She was like, I'm the VIP, let me out of here. So how is everybody? Thank you for joining me. Hello to Raha, Reuven, Selkie, even Farah, and anyone else that's there in the background just chilling. Thank you so much for being with me. So how's everyone's day been? What have you been up to? How's life? You know, tell me everything. We have a poorly baby Fran. Hello Captain Roy, how you doing? Endwalker is going well. Oh, the drama, the stress, my blood pressure, I can't even tell you. It's very exciting and stressful. I had to play a healer. Absolutely not. That was not on my bingo card for this year. How you doing? So yeah, how was everybody's day? What have you been up to? Did you do something really exciting and dramatic? Did you do something, you know, just mundane and everyday? I love to hear it all. So baby Fran is not very well, bless her. So She seems to be just getting a bit of everything at the moment. She had a bit of an eye infection, and she had a really nasty cold, and then she was sick this morning. So yeah, it's been a bit of a day. So I took Tuesday off work, and as you know, I was home with her. And then Mr. Fran, they had a daddy-daughter day today, but literally she was so poorly, all she wanted to do was curl up on the sofa and snuggle up with daddy. Bless her. So any illnesses or injuries or other assorted ailments I need to know about. Obviously anyone that is feeling poorly, I hope you feel better. Have a hot toddy, it'll sort you right out. Maybe not for your child though, don't give it to a 2-year-old, just say. You are working on your EU alt in stormy blood. Stormy blood. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, have you come over to Phantom? Can you come and play with us? That'll be fun. Oh, you're online. Boo. Okay, well you enjoy that, but still boo. Selkie, you hurted your knee. Oh no. Did you do? Did you fall over? Did you bang it? What happened? You're being really brave about it. You're such a good little soldier. Have you got plaster? Do you need some Savlon? That will help. Have you tried rubbing some whiskey in it? Smiles to everything medicinal whiskey. So maybe some Scottish in me somewhere. There's not Scottish, but there's definitely some Irish. So you know, you are up. Oh, you are up and about cleaning and organising it. You're on your spring fling clean. That's what you are, like me. So please try to be careful, everybody. We don't want any more injuries, ailments, or other assorted illnesses. Thank you very much. So I've been to work today. I had to leave poorly baby Fran at home, and had lots of complicated people. And do you know what, people? I'm going to share this with you, right? Half the time, when you're working in the medical world, it's not the patient that's the problem. It's the family, or the friends, or the carers, who they come along and they just get involved and cause mayhem and you know. So yeah, mayhem today. A little bit of mayhem. But there we go. It keeps us out of mischief, doesn't it? Okay. Your patients bite you. I'm really hoping. Oh yeah, you're veterinary. Yeah, I was really hoping because my friend is a psychiatric nurse, and her patients can bite her as well. Also, if you are a kindergarten teacher, you may get bitten. See, there are many jobs where this is dangerous. Fortunately, I have not been bitten. I have been slapped. I've been spat at. I've had lots of things happen, but I've never been bitten. She says, knocking on wood. Knocking on wood. So, I don't even know what happened last time, guys. Normally I do a little catch up. I've completely forgotten where we were at. Oh, I know what we were doing. I remember now. It's all coming back to me now. So, last time, I had to play as other people, which, as you know, is my favourite thing. I had to heal. It's quite unnecessary. So Diawara, spoiler alert, had been in the past in Elpis, finding out what was going on with their final days, came back. The abominations had kind of taken over, so the Scions were trying to keep them under control, but obviously, you know, they needed Diawara's help. So we cleared the abominations, rescued some people, and then Xenos rocked up. Doesn't just hate that dude. Xenos, good holy macaroni! There's a flame water in the house. Whoop whoop whoop. Hello, flame. You alright? So Xenos rocked up. Causing all kinds of drama. And then Alice Say, right, she got on a high horse and she gave him what for? She was telling him off. Rah! And like, yeah, it was good. I was so proud. I was like, Alice Say, go Alice Say, go Alice Say, go Alice Say, go. So, yeah, that happened. And then Xenos just sodded off because apparently my attention wasn't fully on him. I mean, talk about main character syndrome. Jeez, who does he think is the Warrior of Light? I'm so funny, I nearly killed myself. Oh dear. So yeah, so that's where we're at. And basically, it's all go on in. Right, cheers everyone. First of all, I have got a Bakewell flavoured coffee. It's not bad. It's one of my beanies. You know I like my beanies coffees. You know, Xenos may be a villain, but at least he's hot. Yeah, you know, so was, is it Ted Bundy? Or was it Charles, what's his face? As well. But you know, it's still not okay. You can commit so many war crimes if you're hot. Maybe it's Maybelline. There's a Maybell in the house. No. Basically, Flame, Selkie, absolutely not. You do not get to get away with war crimes just because you've got a pretty face. That's pretty privilege. People, stop it. Good Lord. So, hello Maybell, it's lovely to have you with us. Also, Captain Roy, how are you? How is life? What's been happening with you? Update us, it's been a while since we saw you. Flame, likewise, where have you been? Light of my life. I missed you. It's allowed if it's Xenos. No. No, it's not. No, what's wrong with you? No. Charles, I can't get it. Ted Bundy, Charles. No, he's a serial killer. Named Charles. Really good looking. Come on, someone, help me out here. I love serial killer stuff. I have read a lot of murder mystery stuff. I do think I could possibly pull off a murder should I ever needed to. Not that I'm planning on murdering anyone. You will be pleased to know. You've just been chilling. Oh, that's good. So you're ice water now. But thank you. I'm here all night. Okay. With that level of punnery, shall we get going? Right. Okay. Off we go to what are we even doing outside help? I don't know. Oh, Lucia. Yeah, she was taking stock of where we were at. Right, let's go do that. Let's go and speak with the rostra steward dude. And Charlene. Basically, last time we had a little bit of an update with the Scions as well and told them what's occurring. So, hello, Kingdom Link. Lovely to have you along. Now, up here, Reuven put something about somebody getting a sound. Where is it? I can't find it now. One little war crime for being a tall hot man. No. Maybell, you've come in at a weird moment. Right. Reuven, you seem a little spidey today. I'm sure you put something about somebody needing a sound, and now I can't find it. Okay, well, I'm sure you can tell me again in a bit. It was Shut-Eye. If Shut-Eye rocks up again, he's entitled to a sound. Wow, okay, why are people running around here? Hello. What's his sound going to be? Open, shut them, open, shut them. You can tell we have toddlers in the house. So, that's not working. Thank you very much. Right, Sally, why are you running around like a lint? What is going on? Oh, that's not Sally. Okay, Sally's not disappeared. Right, let's go and find the rostra steward. Where am I? There. And shockingly, I'm going the wrong way. I know, it's unusual. What did everyone have for dinner? It's always important to know. I had maple pork chops with boiled new potatoes with lots of salted butter on them because salted butter is the best, and some sweet corn and broccoli because I'm healthy. Sort of. So what did everyone else have? Mr. Fran was like, your food smells like bacon, and I was like, it's maple pork chops. Get your eyeballs off them. So what did everyone else have for dinner? Did you have something, you know, Selkie, have you been baking anything? Here we go, right. The Rostra Stut. The forum is in session, and as such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. Oh, yes. So we also convinced the twins' dad, whose name is too hard for me to pronounce, Fortunate, let's call him that. We also convinced Fortunate that he needs to tell the forum about our stuff and to tell us their escape plan. Also, Fortunate. He's fortunate to know me, don't you know? And then he met the Space Bunnies, and he was surprised that they were the people that he had been in communication with, and so now we've been summoned to Fortunate. He will have many names by the end. You have a loaf cold proofing in the fridge now. Nice. Your bacon tomorrow is just a plain loaf, not a leaf. And then next time you're going to make a sweet one, cinnamon and brown sugar. Pour some sugar on me in the name of love. I would quite like that. That sounds nice. So I do at Christmas. I make scones, but instead of putting raisins in, I put dry cranberries, and then I served them with a cinnamon butter, which is chef's kiss. So yeah, it's good. Secret to good scones, people: freeze your butter and grate it. There you go. See, that's my hot tip, which I think I might have got from either Nigella Lawson or Mary Berry. Can't remember now. And keep your hands as cold as possible. There we go. That is Fran's baking tip, stolen from a very great chef, much better than me. Right, I've been invited, mate. Let me in. A scion of the seventh dawn. Very well. You and me wait in a corridor. Why, thank you. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Mate, I'm taking in a book. I mean, it might be a spell book, but you know, I feel like Gandalf. Like, you would refuse an old man his walking stick. There was a really good meme I saw earlier that was proper punny. I shared it with Mr. Fran, who I suspect groaned, and it is exactly that. It's Gandalf, and Hamlin goes, you know, no weapons allowed, and Gandalf's like, but on the door it says staff only. But shh. See, this is the level of humour you get tonight, people. And there's a Pokemon. Okay, in we go. How do I get in? Wait at the specified location. Oh well, thanks. I feel so blessed. There's my dudes. Let's just jump over their table. They won't mind. They're not even here. Slime puddle. Nice. Oh, I assume this is some other random person that's also waiting here. Hello, fellow person. We're waiting here. We're waiting here. Do not keep me waiting too long. Don't you know who Diawara is? Oh dear. I've always wanted someone to use that on me. I'll be like, excuse me, this person has dementia, they don't know who they are. Can someone come and get them? There he is, Mr. Fortnite himself. Fortunate Fortnite. It's Alfie. And there's our dudes.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter.
Oh, what are you up to, Alfie?
We are here to listen and to learn. But if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, Then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends.
The foreign plans are get everyone to the moon, run away. I mean, it's not that hard to fathom out, is it?
And by your leave, of course.
Run away like... I was going to say like little biatches, but I often shout run away. So this is a valid life choice, running away.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
I mean, if anyone's going to tell you straight, it's going to be
Agreed.
your sister.
I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
Here we go.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
That's got groovy ears, hasn't it?
The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus.
Do, 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 do. Oh no, it's not escape, but it's close enough.
You may enter.
Why, thank you. Barney.
Shut your eyes.
There's a whole new sound. Woo! That's cool. Also a little bit creepy, just saying. Look.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan.
Funny how you can, you know, find us useful when we're...
The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well.
Yep.
As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
I like the caveat there. It is amazing, Chateau. Also, slightly creepy.
Then let us begin.
Indeed.
First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Charlian has labored these many long years.
Whispering is creepy. Nobody likes weird whispering. Especially if no one else is in the house with you. That is really creepy. I'm feeling pretty good actually. I'm not entirely sure if it's the coffee or what, but you know. Oh, talking of it. Oh, I was just about to say, I haven't seen Evil yet today. he's like the Candyman. I said his name. Ta-da! I was just saying, I hadn't seen you. How are you, Chateau? What you been up to?
We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenor and conveyed to safety.
Numenor? Hang on a minute. You're busy. You did a lot of phone calls this evening. Oh, okay. Good phone calls, like inviting people to a party kind of phone calls?
Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after.
Yeah, you might want to have judged your hospitable environs before you got there, especially when there was food. You had a nice chill day today, Chateau. Very nice too. Even when you were in game. It's nice to know that you can multitask.
Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies.
Well, you know, you don't want to put your enemies up, do you?
Radzadhan was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
Smart. Makes sense.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
That was deflective, wasn't it? Cadelli's a politician.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
They're going to leave the warmongers behind.
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Surely you just go, listen, bub, if you start anything, we're throwing you off the moon. Into space. I am not a very patient, benevolent leader, obviously. Minor dictator-ish views.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside,
Everyone's
are
gonna
your
round
plans
their stuff
proceeding
together.
apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Who's this dude? He looks cool.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct.
I'm not convinced.
This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today.
I'm sensing a butt, and as we know, anything before the butt is BS.
However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
It makes more sense to get as much up there as possible, doesn't it? Hey, Evil, you're on a 15 stream watch streak. Woo!
Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient.
There's anyone called Sid? Get Sid in there. And some Biggs and Wedge.
Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
Nothing like cutting it fine, people. It's like revising up until the minute before an
What if the
exam.
Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
Yeah, you think after your roulette for the free company, you're going to do a horse run. Huh? A horse run? Oh, a mount farm. Okay, I was like, you have a horse now? What happened to the puppies? Well, now you've got a horse as well. We're not stupid.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
Ooh. Alfie's feeling feisty, isn't he? I like it.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
I like him, he's a good dude.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Yeah, we're smart. Smarter than you realise, Buster.
Yes, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? when we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
A fresh perspective is always a good idea. Looking at things from another angle.
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Well, that's a start.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
You may as well. You're stuffed otherwise. I want some of their hand jewellery. It's very pretty. Reminds me a little bit, if you know, like you see the bridal henna and that kind of thing, which is beautiful. Cool. Lots of hands up. That'll do. Hands up, baby, hands up.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
That was very quick counting. Good job, Barney, eh? Here's Barney. Evil, you're needed. Reuven needs you, baby.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
I still want to flick him in his head. Quite a lot.
Very well.
Oh, let me just twist your arm.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
True that. Please let's call Sid and Biggs and Wedge. I miss them. Right. So a quick chat with Alfie. Sorry about not letting you, not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part, but since we require both a means of communing with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteon, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behove us to learn how an Aether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Useful. Hey Das, you alright? Das needs a sound as well. He needs, cause he's a wanderer. Yeah, he's a wanderer. He goes around, 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 around. Reet. Fortnite has the next task. His ability to maintain a stiff upper lip is being sorely tested. As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Can you hear the reluctance? Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthus. Oddly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Off we go. To the Archeon it is. Let's just cheat. Let's just teleport. Right. Let us find his lordship. I'm actually in a fish tank. That's exciting. Oh, there's a mentor over there. We'll go and deal with that one in a minute. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have Ophelin take you to the Medial Circuit. Okay. I will do. Right after I've seen this mender. Yeah, dude. Can you mend my stuff? Thank you very much. This is better. Offlin, please. Offlin makes me think of handmade stuff. Do you wish to lose the lift? Yes? Yes, I do. So it's World Book Day today. Has everyone read something? Has anyone picked up a book? I picked up a book. Did anyone have kids going to school dressed up? Did you have the last minute? I want to be so-and-so from a really random, obscure book that no one else has ever heard of, and getting an outfit for is going to be an absolute nightmare. Or were you all very prepared and you'd basically hand-sewn the perfect outfit? You had it ready a month in advance. I know which one of those kind of parents I'm going to be, and it's somewhere in the middle. So yeah, did anyone have World Book Day stuff to do? Did you dress up for World Book Day, you know? Did you go for it? And any other kind of book-like celebrations? And what is everyone's favourite book? That's a good question. I have sent your associates ahead to Logiston Alpha on the other side of Merrill Agronomics. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to... No, never mind. You can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. There's no such thing as a favourite. Why choose just one? I mean, this is true. I mean, if some people are just so picky. What is one of your favourite books? There you go, if you're going to be picky. You're really out of touch with festivals and celebrations. It's World Book Day today. That's why if you were out and you saw lots of kids dressed up, it is not Halloween. So, what is one of your favourite books, everybody? It could be a book that you used to love as a kid, a book that you love now. One of my favourite books is called The Time Traveller's Wife, and they did make it into a movie called with Rachel McAdams, and she was very, very good in it. And I love this book because normally when you have a book about time travel, it focuses on the time travellers. But this book, it focuses on the person that is left behind, and it's just such a clever sort of twist on it. So if you're looking for something to read, The Time Traveller's Wife is an excellent recommendation, if I do say so myself. You tend to go by a series of books rather than a single one. The Belgariad is your favourite series. Oh, Aegon I've heard of. I think I did watch the film, which is probably what has put me off. A Chinese menu does not count as a book. Oh my goodness. Dear. Okay, so what's the Belgariad? I'm probably saying that horrifically wrong. What's that about? And where am I? Where am I trying to go? I ain't going wrong. But why am I running? That is the question. Eclipse. It's nice to have Eclipse out. When I was a kid, I used to have this book I used to love. It was about a dragon at the bottom of the garden, and my mum got it from the library, and literally I must have read this book from the library like hundreds of times, and I remember nothing about it now because I was quite little, apart from the fact that there was a dragon that lived at the bottom of the garden. That is all I remember. Oh, that's right, it's just a string. No, I'm not getting involved in a fate, thank you. Because every time I get involved in a fate, what happens? I die. It's a series of fantasy books written in the early 90s, magical fantasy. It's got gods, magic, and a hero who starts as a boy and grows up around it all. Oh, that sounds cool. I like the idea of that. I really like the early 80s. Okay. I mean, I wasn't gonna, pick you up on it. I'll take it. I have to go in here, maybe. Right. Lord of the Rings, always an excellent choice. And Lord of the Rings isn't just a book, is it? It's a whole spiritual undertaking, basically. Belgariad is more like digestible Lord of the Rings. It's Lord of the Rings, slightly simpler. It's the easier version. It's the gentle warm up. Nice. We are here. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. See, I know a lot of people really like Terry Pratchett. I've read one Terry Pratchett book in my entire life, and I really know that it's probably something that I could get into, but I also know that if I was to get into it, it would be such a time sink, and I just don't have time at the moment. Maybe when I retire, that could be one of my retirement plans, is go all in Pratchett hard. We are to wait here while father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here being Logistica Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are being regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapour, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Groovy. Hold on. How do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. 'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loperists in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. Another series you read growing up was The Power of Five by Anthony Horowitz. It was more like fantasy set in modern world. Oh, nice! I love going back and reading some of the stuff I used to read as a kid. I like the Narnia books; are fantastic to go back and read again. The last book you read, Shut Eye, was the Final Fantasy ARR Collector's Edition book, which came with a bunch of concept art and developer interviews. Nice, very good. See, but that's cool as well. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique, yet undeniably similar. It is no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fates that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the great exodus. But that is not all. Your favourite book series is the Poppy War trilogy. Oh, I don't know that. Evil's got to let the pups out. Who let the dogs out? Who. Poppy Wars trilogy sounds like it's probably a First World War-y type thing, Selkie. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will... Oh, I orangioed there accidentally. It is also a test... Oops, my inner orangio just popped out. How careless of me. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. It's a fantasy story based on the war between China and Japan. The author has a degree in Chinese war tactics. Amazing. Okay, that's really cool. Totally not at all I thought about. But it kind of focuses on the invasion of Christianity into native religions, plus the opioid epidemic. Wow. I mean, that's not light reading, is it? Very impressive. Though the Loperis have endeavoured to make the moon inhabitable... Oh, my Orangea is too strong today. Though the Loperits have endeavoured to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. I've seen those movies. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. It gets very dark in some chapters though, as a warning, and it uses stories from the actual war between China and Japan, war crimes included. Oh, that's not nice. So, from what I understand, particularly historically... Hello Shadow, how lovely of you to join us. How are you feeling? So, from my understanding of Chinese history, obviously they had a massive population, didn't they? And there was not a lot of respect for life. So I should imagine the war crimes were pretty horrendous. And the Japanese were quite a strongly militant culture, weren't they? You are currently reading The Prior of the Orange Tree, which is about lesbians and dragons. That sounds much lighter. Hello Shadow, you're out of hospital. I'm very pleased to hear it. How are you feeling? Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you to all enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the great exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions and will have free rein to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Recovery is slow. At least it's in the right direction. You know? At least it's recovery. Recovery is good, however slow it is. Better to be slow and steady and win the race. Be a tortoise. Then let us proceed. There's a Pokemon. Go, go, go. Right, where are we off to now? To speak with Hester. Where am I? Am I over here by the store? Hester should be close by. Hester, where are you? Oh, you're the other way. Over there. There. Honestly. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the central circuit. I know. Yes, let's go. The central circuit. Damn it, you got crashed. I like your little tortoises, they're very good. Right, here we go, the central circuit, everybody. God, this place is huge. You're going to head off early. You're feeling EP. Enjoy the story. Oh, well, sleepy, I hope that is. Have a good night, get some rest. Look after yourself. Thank you for joining me, Das. Because he's a wanderer. The Aether burner is being constructed not far from here. Try not to get lost. Shadow. How dare you imply that I ever have problems with direction? Overseeing the work is Kakol Dankol, after whom the forge is named. I mean, people like to name something after themselves. Once the necessary instructions have been made, introductions even, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. I can't imagine why you would think I would get lost. Okay, do you think it might be a good idea to go that way? You're just saying it's a big place. Do you think it would be a good idea to go and get the aetheorite? I feel like it might be. Firstly, however, let's not walk. You're just saying it's a big place. Yes, it's my favourite bird. Bird in the word and the herd. So it would be remiss of me to not mention there's a small war going on at the moment. And I know that it's a bit of a bone of contention for quite a lot of people. And there may well be some difficult times up ahead. So I think that, you know, we'll just need to look after each other as best we can and stay true to our own morals and ethics. And be really careful about what you read and how it's presented to you. I read this really interesting article about how the media uses different ways of presenting things to make one person look more innocent, one person looks more guilty, make them look more guilty, and there's a whole lot of like how the words are used, how it's the sentence is constructed, the nuance behind it. It was a really interesting article actually. So I think you just need to be so careful when you're, you know, reading all this stuff. Just take some of it with a bit of a pinch of salt, and just remember everyone's got bias, and things can be presented in a way that makes you think one thing or makes you question yourself. So yeah, I think we just all just need to just be smart and just try and think for yourself rather than listening to what's just you're fed on a plate, you know. Where is this flipping aetheorite? There we go. There's some aether currents in the area. Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I shall look out for them. Right, we have attuned. We have attuned. Right, let's go back to the way now. Just thinking if I've got to finish, at least I can come straight back down here. That should be quicker. Maggie! It's really difficult because obviously I work in a hospital, so we have lots of different people from lots of different countries, and some of them have got friends and family in the Middle East, so I know it's quite a worrying time for a lot of people. As I say, we just got to all look after each other. What else has been going on in the world, anybody? Has anyone got any glimmers? Because there's a whole lot of worrying stuff in the world. So has anyone got any nice stuff going on? Anything good? Oh, not a glimmer. But I had a... You know, I said I got these news notifications that now pop up on my screen for some reason, and I can't get rid of them. So, apparently, Britney Spears was arrested today. I'm not entirely sure what for. And I was like, why is this popping up as on my news article? So, there we go. Random bit of news for you. There are boots. Right, here we go. Let's go and speak to Coco and Cole. Oh, I need an accent for him. Or her. What accent should we have, peeps? I'm trying to think what Coco Danacol says it sounds like it might be. I'm getting nothing. Evil's getting a few game errors today, that's a shame. I'm just gonna see what comes out. It'll be a surprise to me as well as you.
could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Right then.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, masterful, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
Alright, Team Rocket.
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
We weren't allowed down before. Hello, Miss Kelly.
There are archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Oh, he's so welcoming.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace.
It's good to break it up. Look at it from
As
another...
the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether,
Shocking.
ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Fantastic. I absolutely decided I want to, you know, ride on that.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
There's a really cool movie called I Am Robot, and it's based in the future, obviously, because, you know, there are robots. It's got Will Smith in it, and his character is very suspicious of robots. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a great movie. The Friends, yes, with Will Smith. Shut up. Yes, great movie. Friends movie recommendation. I Am Robot. It's a great movie. So there's a scene in it where Will Smith's character is riding on a motorbike, and he saves the female lead, and she goes, "Hey," because it's an old-fashioned motorbike, because he believes in traditional things, not modern technology. He doesn't like robots. Hey, this thing runs on gas. Gas explodes, you know. So yeah, that's the funniest line in the whole movie. I've just, you know, ruined that for you. Sorry for the fallouts in game. Don't worry, Evil. If you're having problems, mate. It happens. I love the fact he says probably won't kill us like an actual bomb. That's not highly reassuring.
But it ain't perfect.
Nobody's perfect, except you are.
According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient.
Right.
A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Absolutely. Also, the dude, like, needs to take a breath. The only scene you can remember is when the female lead shoots a gun with her eyes closed, and Will Smith's character has a go at her for closing her eyes, which is fair. So when I can't remember if I told you guys this story. When I first started driving, I used to hate going through little gaps. And do you know when you're going through a little gap, you kind of breathe in, don't you? I used to aim the car and shut my eyes, and then the driving instructor would be like, "What are you doing? Open your eyes!" And I'm like, "I've aimed. If we don't make it through, I don't need to see." I do not recommend this as a technique for getting through tight gaps in a car. It is much better to have your eyes open. It's fortunately I only did it a couple of times before I realised that that was probably an issue. I know, but at the time it made perfect sense. It's because it was just like, well, the driving instructor was in there, he's got brakes. It's not when you go, oh, breathe in, but I was just like, aim the car and close your eyes and hope for the best. I only closed them like a little bit, like, not all the way. Oh dear.
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
Commensurately, that's a good word.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
You always used to look at your gears when changing, and your instructor would yell at you for it. Do you know, it's so common, especially for new drivers, to look down at what they're trying to do rather than the road, because it hasn't become second nature yet. It needs to become muscle memory before you can just do it without looking down. But yeah, can you imagine this? Driving instructor is actually quite a lethal job. Quite scary, I would think.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some in's like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though.
Oh really? I bet we can find one.
We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Didn't we go with Alisei and Alphino and there was like part of Dalamud under the ground?
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Drive cores from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
That's probably bad.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. I'm sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
See? I knew I'd seen it somewhere. You want me to go and fetch the whatsits? The Right Raven's ghost, it still haunts me. That sounds like a job for someone else. It's not the White Raven's ghost. You want me to go and fetch the whatsits?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
You mean? A wild Zodiac appears. Well, Zoroark. It's a slightly different thing.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously...
Oh, Alfie's got the beginnings of a plan.
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course it is.
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
You need more balls.
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Hey, we're not in Heavensward anymore, do you mind?
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Sound the alarm. Do 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 do. We're gathering the troops. Avengers!
Understood.
Assemble.
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Hey, look, we're getting all the group leaders involved.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Found in the crystal tower? About on the first.
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all.
Serena.
Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway, if you're
Things
offering,
in
I
many
wouldn't
colours.
say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
This guy likes explosions a little bit too much. Just saying.
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship.
It can be
I
Starship
am glad
Troopers.
for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
True that.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer.
You always can tell the pirate.
I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
Sicard is that cool.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
The whole gang's back together again.
Aye,
I love it.
just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Right. Oh look, alloys. They're quite useful after all. Let's see. It's times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino had become. Who just thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know, and you to find out. Oh, Creel, you little sneaky one, you. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck. Oh. Right, I'm getting loads and loads of luck. Chests of stuff. Killy, stop annoying your brother, please. Let him in. Meanwhile, in Uldar, my favourite place. Hey, it's Pippin and a Sultana. And is that Silesia Deji? And where's
Our
Rahimba?
course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, We have need of your stone torches.
Oh, you finally figured out the Pokeball. Apart from catching, you apparently have like 21 Ultra Balls. I don't even know how many balls I've got in general, to be honest.
They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
How do I find out how many Pokeballs I've got? Or Ultra Balls?
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Okay. That's the right attitude.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way.
Nice. Good choice.
Lord Lolorito,
Lolorito.
I pray you take
Lots of
charge of the
legends,
search
does he?
for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults.
I love the way she's subtly saying, I'm not accusing you, but...
Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
On your phone, you have to click sound alert some Pokemon. Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that on the computer. I'll figure it out some other time.
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught.
Look, he's come to say hello. There's only a Pippin in the house. Look, Pippin, it's Pippin. Look, this is your namesake. And you have a double P. Because you're a Lord of the Rings, Pippin.
And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together.
We all
It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future.
I love it when you stand right in the way.
You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Come on, Annie. Come off with there. Thank you. That's a good book. Come on. Just get a tail in my face. That's lovely. Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud, I like this little little trip around Aylesbury. There's a good book. It's a good Gridania, I think. Or the Gridanians. Off they go. So that's not Carney Center, is it? It's the other one.
We fielded a goodly number,
Room Center.
but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Well, at least if you've got a lot of healers, hopefully no one will die. Oh, Pippin. That's the microphone. Let's put that back on, shall we?
In that case, might I suggest taking us
That sounds
along?
like Lise. That's Lise.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
Coming to be your
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbours a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
That's my talent as well. I'm good at that.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our are deficiencies so plain to see.
Not deficiencies, that's why we all work together, because we've got different skill sets, and that's a good thing. I love it when everyone gets back together again. It's like my favourite bit.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
We all stand together. Please tell me you guys know the frog song. Do, 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 do.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
Mix them up. So you've got lots of healers with lots of breaky people. Don't break my stuff. My achy breaky stuff. Daddy's put this on you quite tight, hasn't it? So you can't lose it again.
I won't let it all be for nothing.
You can't stop it.
I promise you, Papalimo.
Pap! Oh, we miss you, Pap. Yes. Meanwhile, in court, yes.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah.
Isn't that my boy? Isn't that Archifont's grave? Dragons are coming to help. The dragons are coming to help.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Yes, yes it was. The dragons are coming. It's a bit like the eagles are coming, but slightly more dramatic. Everyone's working together to save the world, as it should be. As it should be, people. Meanwhile, in the Ruby Sea. I am loving it. Literally, I'm loving this. It's like the Avengers Assemble moment. I just love it. Ooh. Oh,
and so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Oh, it's my piratey friends. Oh, and lizard dude. Oh, Pippin. Stop attacking them up.
Is that?
Here it is.
Hancock? What a surprise
Sorban!
this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Cat tail in my face. There's a snake. Hang on a minute. Hold up. Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't Sorban become one of the four guardians? I thought he became the... Search. I'm confused off now. Right, let's speak to Alfie. Alphino is resisting the urge to pat himself on the back. Like, good job, Alfie. Good job. What have you done to my microphone? You've lost the cover. Hang on one second, please. I will be right back. You're trying to figure out why your game has crashed 3 times today. Go on, good boy. Does it need a... so, my laptop crashed because it had loads of stuff in the back of it. Does your computer need a bit of a clean out? Because like, the fan stopped working and stuff. It's not giving you a fault. I know it sounds stupid, but get a hoover and out the back of the laptop. Because mine had cat hair in it. So you could have got puppy hair. And apart from that, tech support, help! That's what I do. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet the requirements once they have arrived. You know, you've too much open. Here we see, fair enough. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? Ha! You've already done more than enough. You can't wait for me to be 90.
It won't be that long, actually.
If I had to say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allegan technology. I think I know a man. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. Brighter than the average bear. Ha! If only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Grahar established a rapport, why don't we help with the preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favour. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must ready ourselves for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarise ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. The summon's gonna be fun. We shall see. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you've a mind to lend an hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlotte and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Pah, that lot will need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Now conveniently, I think that's where I found the eggs here right earlier. It's just his, right. That's not me. Yes, it's my favourite bird. I love this bird. Bird in the herd. I'm going the wrong way. It's a skill, people. It's a skill. So what is everyone up to tonight in game? If you can keep your game loaded, unlike poor evil. Are you raiding, rouletting? Are you doing something else? Are you doing some crafting, some gathering, some culinarianing? What you doing? What you up to? Listen, get out of it. You're alting. Are you potato? You be trusting. Trusting? I'm confused. What's trusting got to do with anything? What's trust got to do with it? Okay. Obviously not relevant. So there is something very cool, people. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but in, I think it's Denmark or Norway, they have a dam with these fish that have to get through the dam to go to their mating ground. And so you can watch this little door on a live video feed, and if one of the fishies comes to the door, you can ring the doorbell for the fish, and one of the researchers will open the door and let the fishy through the little door in the dam so that they can get to their mating ground. It is so cool. I'm going to put the link in Discord because I literally love it. I had it open on my phone all day. I was like, look, there's a fishy! And then, because I was that excited. And then it says the stream was too busy, so I wasn't allowed to ring the doorbell. But it's so cool, and it's called something like Fischen Dar in Dutch, which is probably shocking. Have you guys heard of this? If not, it's so cool. You have to go and see it. Right, Alice, what have you got to say for yourself? From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholark Monshane mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the atheroid once our work is done. Right, let's go speak to some dudes. I'm working out of a different place tomorrow, and I sort of froze you a little bit, isn't it? Anyway, help him with the arc. Even with all the power Master Cokeholes managed to squeeze out the Aether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. Oh, if only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Sorry, I'm reading around a cat. Right, come on, down, come, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Here's your mum. Good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Let me pull you up a bit because you're going to slip. And now on. I'm gone off course now. There's one. Poked sign. Offering to help. That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly lists of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. No biting. Excuse me a minute, I just need to move the cat. You do not bite. You know that you don't bite. Stop her. Stop it. Down you go. You're going to be naughty. You were being naughty. It gets a little bit bitey sometimes and I can't work out why. So he gets told off. And he doesn't like it. Right. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I am looking forward to finally meeting them in person after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I have not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're enormous, looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy like that bearded rabbit that ran by. Funny that, actually. Now you come to mention it, mate. Just saying. The hatted rabbit? Not a bad shout. I've just gone in a circle. So let's go back over this way a bit more. Unless it's up the stairs, maybe. Off, but this is down, so not that way then. silken grin. Wouldn't You've got a fat headache starting up, so good night. Good night, drink some water. I hope you feel better, it might help a little bit. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week. Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Yes, that's me. Working on the Aether burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I'd choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out, it's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few lagoons or what have you. The Forum's got enough on their plate as it is, what with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. Lots of power people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Fortnite and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Right, search for the behatted rabbit. I mean, obviously that was next on my list of to-do. Oh, I've got a little bit of a headache actually today. I think one is from stress-free patients. Virus. Living way. Well, ain't. Fancy meeting you here, Diawara. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their tiny tour boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magic. What we're really interested in is the Cirrus itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturised version of it. We were hoping the forum will give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready? I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least, that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon a ranch here and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about engaging in idle chit-chat, maybe you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? I mean, it's totally on my top to-do things for today. Tries in mind, Rangier cannot free himself of the Labyrinths. A tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities twixt this artificial environment and the Best Ways burrow, it would be in our best interest to have the Loporrits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Charlayan collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. What a marvellous idea! Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Ah, yes, the what's it. I shall leave its explanation to Diawara. Thanks for that, Rangier. That's so incredibly helpful of you. Yeah. I'm trying to see if we've got any Pokeballs. It's not working. Okay. Right, speak for singing way. We're going to explain about a what's it. Because you only get a what with a what's it. Just get up there. Guys. Ooh. It's getting late. Does anyone have any nice weekend plans? Isn't it up to anything much? All of our weekend plans are kind of on hold really until we see how Bubba is. Goodness me! To build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. redirect our attention to its most important features. Search the apparatus for points of potential interest. You may move the camera for zoom interest and target an area. Observe the mushroom microphone tanks and the tube. Do you have tanks? It's a little hard to see from there, but is that a golden pipe connected onto the top of those tanks? And I can see through that window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be for purifying water drawn up from below. I knew that. Mushroom and metallic tube. Mushroom not a thing, am I talking about? What's the tube? Is that water I hear from inside that great big tube? It must be because of those cogs and giant wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it too. Of course. That mushroom-shaped thing. Where we store the water, one assumes. That looks like the trees in Greatest Endwalker. Hold on. That's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Need more coffee, guys. Need more coffee. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would only take a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporrits, that is. Indeed. Securing a reliable source of water is one of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that peoples of Etheris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Areas near waterfalls are common sites for villages in Giribania or Medicine. Let's go for waterfalls. So, wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about exactly how to obtain their water in the first place. Master Alphanode spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logiston Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporrits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid! We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlayan Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians? I dread to think what might have become of us. Regrettably, to many, a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, Loporrits may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logisticon Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. No worries, dude. I can do that. I can do that. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. Well, I mean, he's right. Although he's very valiant himself. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Fair. Come on, Growing Way. To the water extraction, what's it? Let's make sure no one gets eaten. Sometimes when I get a headache, it goes right down over this arm. I don't know how to get this. And it's a bit annoying today. That's why I'm not probably 100% as energetic as I might normally be. Now, hang on a minute. Oh, I've got to get the carbonara out. Have a bit there. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction is worth those harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Wasn't planning on letting you be burnt to a crisp, right? Obviously. So we were planning to take baby Fran swimming this weekend. She loves swimming. We've had to put it off a couple of times because she's not doing very well. And every time I'm like, sorry baby, we can't go now till you're better. And then she's like, you know, they look at you like you've just ruined their entire world, and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to co-parent and not let you go swimming when you're full of eye infection and cold. How dare you? My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray follow me. Follow me, everything is alright. So there's quite a funny thing called arsehole parent, and it's like, you know, your child thinks you're an arsehole because you've done something to protect them. Like, today I am an arsehole parent because I didn't let my child eat dirt. There's this picture of a toddler like having a mad paddy on the floor. Today I would not let, I could not fix my child's ripped page, so therefore I'm an arsehole parent. You should look it up, it's a really funny thing. You'll need to use this lift should you need to go to the medial circuit. Let me know if I head that way. Yeah, let's go. I don't know if that's actually where I want to go, but I'll soon find out. It's handy, really, isn't it? Marvellous! Simply marvellous! So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. It's reassuring. You're very lucky that Aetheris just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because they are the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Yes, nature. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. I've got... This is what I was doing before, and then I got distracted. I know that happens quite easily to me. Right, what is my gear that I've got at the moment? 536 gear at the moment. 539, 545, 545, 545. Okay, so let's use this 545 stuff. Let's see if it makes a difference. New stuff. Oh, yeah, this is quite cool looking. Don't begin. Right, Cooking Way is eager for a change of venue, or at the very least, a change of what's it. But you only get a what with a what's it. Do you remember that advert? I remember that. So basically, it was like a poem. It was like, is he picking his nose or what? Is he picking his nose or what? Because you only get a what with a what's it. No, just me then. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where is the food? Oh, I am cooking away. This is my bunny rabbit in another life. I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Merrill Agronomics. As I imagine Hemingway and the others intend to study every conceivable facility of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies that the Orangier was telling me about. Even if his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention, Aetheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Thanks for that. Let us brook no further delay. Right. Let's go and find you some food. Maybe I get to eat stuff as well. Agriculture shock accepted. I think Cooking Way will have a little bit of a shock when he realises that not everything is carrots. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like carrots. Who doesn't? But just not all the time. This is the place, yes. The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I spotted several of the fruits and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often caught and put into pies. Bit of Peter Rabbit there. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they'd be willing to part with a few samples. Oh, and we're escorting. We are escorting. Reuven, can you find a raid, please? Let's go find Rebecca. Distracted archivist. Oh, not Rebecca. Where is Rebecca? He's actually on the map on the office. Do I put that up? What a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here, up there, first on the moon, and then whatever star the form decides will become our new own. It's all so sudden and real. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every bit of variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in a new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? You go searching. I feel like it's hard long as Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes. Let's see if they are as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Don't fill up your little rabbit belly, there's loads of stuff to eat. Well, that's certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch. Meh, ghastly things. I'd rather eat rancid gigantitoad. I mean, I like them, but not. I don't think I need to escape volcanoes. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And full of sugar. And from what I've heard, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. That's very important. We need wine to go with the cheese. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the colour? Who cares? Let's eat! This is a fun game. Yes, that's... Equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Orangier about expanding my vocabulary. I cannot simply find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavours, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I all see why you turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvellous though they are, still in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. Oh, but speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Don't get stuck on the wall. Is that pumpkins, maybe? That colour, that texture, are they some sort of enormous round carrots? No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than taste. Bleh, so hard and flavourless, I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. Stop! 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 Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has long been one of my favourite dishes for as long as I can remember. Then, perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. You can even put them with orange, there you go. I wonder though, is there anything even more delicious? How about that yellow fruit over yonder? That's probably a lemon, and the answer is no. just going to finish. This is the most fun I've had in a while. That's a lemon. You're not going to like it. What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, it'll have a flavour to match. As I've no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Someone bring this rubber to tequila. My tongue is his poison. A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ugh. It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Right, we'll quickly go and do exactly that. Oh, we're going to do our farewells. We won't return to the others. We'll return to the house. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamoured with the grapes and oranges, less so the pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver! I still feel so violated. Haha, our first time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I've baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Trust me, lemon muffins are good. Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Bit of sick came up there. Learn you of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. This is delicious. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed this vile bitterness could be utilised so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, except for, you know, putting in a gin and tonic. But it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal. Sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonised over what was worth preserving and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices. But we must make them if we are to survive. Hello, Game Boy 2222! You've come in right at the end, mate. Such strength of will. Now I know what Hydaelyn sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loporrits. We were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Oh god, I didn't realise this was going. I thought I'd just be doing the food bit and then we'd be on. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. It is the paradox of the immaculate carrot. I love that already. The paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They heed no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have, and make the most of it. It is no bad thing to celebrate a simple life. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Absolutely great. Or lemon tart. Or, you know, lemon cheesecake or lemon meringue pie. I want lemon meringue pie. Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the 7 hours are you on about? And who are you, anyway? Cooking away at your service. I'm here to help to prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetheris' species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I'll look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive, probably. Let's go and see if around here any others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? Right, and that is where we will exit tonight, my darling. Let's head back to the house. Lots of story tonight. Some world building stuff, wasn't there? The only fight was Mr. Pippin. Deciding he wanted to bite my hand. Eye in the hand that feeds you, mate. Bad plan. Right, today I shall go and stand in front of the art. Right, let's take a picture of Diwara's new outfit. Very nice. Right, okie dokie. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope. Oh, I pressed the wrong button now. I can't get my things back. Right, I am gonna sort your raid out in just a sec. Let's just chill over. Oh, I was gonna stop it. So, have a lovely weekend. Please do look after yourselves if you're not feeling 100%. I hope you all feel better and all that jazz. So have a nice, all have a nice restful weekend. Okay, I hope people with their headaches get rid of them and all that jazz. So I'm going to raid you over to Official Pun Guy. The raid message is in the chat, and I'll be back on Tuesday to carry on main story and hang out with you guys. Thank you for staying with me tonight. Good night, everybody.